Hey, I'm Mike Manello. I'm about to give you a quick overview of one of the most powerful strategies to pay off debt you've ever seen. So let me ask you a question. Are you 100% sure you're going to have a great retirement, or do you have some doubts? If you're like most people, there's doubts. And here's the magic question. What if there's a way you can get completely out of debt in 9 years or less without spending any extra money than you're currently spending today? See, we're all in a situation where we think it's just us with debt, but the national debt is becoming an epidemic where more and more people are in situations like you and me to where we're looking for ways to pay off our debt. And it all starts with our mortgage. See, most of us think that our mortgage is not bad debt, right? But we don't really understand how the interest works on our mortgage. So let me go over a quick explanation. Your first year, whenever we're paying our mortgage, 78% of our payment is going toward interest. We think, okay, well, that's fair. That's the trade-off we make. We know that. Most of it's going to go toward interest. What about year 10? 65% is going toward interest. Year 20, 42%. If you notice, they had a 5% interest rate. It's not till year 30 where you actually get that 5% interest rate. Here's the worst part. Most people only stay in homes for they're home for 1 to 10 years. What that means is you're in a situation where you're paying 78 to 65% of your payments going toward interest for the rest of your life. And we're not the only ones. 74 cents out of every dollar that we're spending is going toward taxes or interest. 74 cents. So our goal is to lower that. And we know you've already tried. You probably tried by working harder, maybe spending less, saving more. We tried all these things, and we believe that there's a better way. What if you could pay off all your debt in 9 years or less without spending any extra money than you're currently spending today? Not only be able to do that, be able to reduce the interest that you're paying to lenders, eliminate all your debt in 9 years, reduce taxes over time, which are probably going up, and retire with a tax favored income. So let me give you a quick example of Renee and Anthony. They came to us years ago and they said they wanted to get out of debt and retire and save for retirement. They already had some money saved. They had the typical debt, a couple credit cards, a car, 180,000, not bad in my opinion. But take a look at what the average is. The average household has $250,000 in debt, with most going to taxes or interest. So our goal is to lower that. And let's look at their example. The reason we're able to do it without spending any extra money than you're currently spending is because we know that for those of you who are trying to get out of debt, you're already putting some extra money toward different places. So all we're going to do is we're going to reallocate those inefficient dollars and put it in a vehicle that's going to help pay it off 2 times faster than you could have done by yourself. In Renee and Anthony's case, not only did they want to get out of debt, but they want to save for retirement. This was their current financial situation right now. They were going to put money into this tax-deferred vehicle and have to pay a big chunk of money at retirement. Our goal is to help put you in tax-free vehicles and have you positioned like them. In 7.8 years, we were able to get their home that was a 30-year mortgage paid off, save them over $122,000 in interest, and also put over $1 million in retirement for them. Now, how do we put $1 million in retirement? Well, think about your own situation. If you didn't have any debt, how much more could you put toward retirement? See, their current plan, they had $306,000. With us, they had over $1 million in retirement. So $697,000 in opportunity costs they would have lost without setting up a plan and seeing if we could help them. Now you're probably wondering, so how exactly does it work? Well, let me just kind of give you a quick overview. We're using a life insurance vehicle to redirect inefficient dollars and put it into there. What's going to happen is it's going to grow the cash value in there faster than you could have ever done by yourself. And then we're going to take from that cash value and pay off all your debts. We're going to repay the loans with the freed up cash flow that you're doing. And in the future, you'll never go to banks again because we're setting this up to where this particular policy grows guaranteed at a certain percent rate. I almost said the rate, didn't want to give it away, but a certain percent rate compounding. And compound is so important because we're taught to leave our money places and let it compound. We all know that compounding is the best way to grow our money. The challenge is this. Do banks leave money in an area and let it sit still? No. If you don't believe me, write your name on a $100 bill and give it to your banker today, and I guarantee you won't get that same $100 bill ever. It's always in motion. The challenge for us is where can we put money in, allow it to grow, compounding, and still be able to pay off all our debts? We have the place. we're using this specifically engineered policy in order to be able to do that for you. And we're not the only ones. We didn't make this up. You're probably familiar with the names Walt Disney, Doris Christopher, Ray Kroc, Warren Buffett. These are all people that use the exact same strategies in order to fund their business, to pay their business, or to start their business. So if it works for them, why would you not do the same thing? Maybe because nobody ever told you. Well, we're here to tell you how to become completely debt-free. So get back to the person that showed you this video. Get the long form. This is just a quick form. Get the long form video that explains everything, or see a presentation with your own numbers, and find out how you can live a debt-free life.